Hey, what is up, everybody? It's Armin here. I wasn't really going to make a video, but this is just something I felt like I had to talk about and get my thoughts out on. Joe did his video. He talked about the news regarding Doctor Doom, and a lot of people were inboxing me just asking, what's my opinion since I'm such a huge Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom fan, and I've expressed how much I love the character. So if I could just get my thoughts out, and I've had time to collect them, so this isn't going to be a rant video. It's just going to be a thoughts video. Which, honestly, I would rather do it this way anyway instead of initial reaction. Because my initial reaction was to rip my hair out and scream at Fox. And that's still my reaction, to scream at Fox, because I think it's awful. But I'll explain why I think it's god awful. So, first and foremost, Doctor Doom, in my opinion, is right up there with Magneto as one of the greatest villains in comic book history. Not just in his own, universe with Marvel or Fantastic Four, in all of it. I think the character stands for a lot more than what is on surface level. The best way to explain this is, you look at him and, okay, yes, he's the bad guy, right? He's from Latveria. He's this ruler. He rules this country. And then, people go, like the Avengers or, Nick Fury or S.H.I.E.L.D., they'll try to go stop him, and it's not necessarily that they can, because he is the ruler of his own country. There's diplomatic immunity and all that, but there's more to it than that. He may be a cruel person, but he does it out of the love for his people. And, his people even agree with the way he's running things to a certain level, which I think even adds more depth to the character. Now, I think at the core, Doctor Doom is, yes, Magneto, just like Magneto is, in quotation marks, a villain. But is he really? And so far, none of the movies seem to get that part right. And what they announced with this movie, it's, and how do I best describe this? He's going to be some sort of internet hacker. Is that what I'm getting? Let me just go reread this again. I gotta reread. I'm still trying to process this. And I'm really trying to just grasp my hands and mind around why. Why was this change necessary? Here, I got it right here. And, Kevel says, and I'm a programmer, very antisocial programmer. On a blogger site, I'm Doom. Now, there's a few problems. One, Dr. Doom is a very smart person. Of course he is. He isn't a blogger. He's a ruler. Two, the way you look at it is, yeah, okay, I get what they're going for. Maybe this works for this universe that they're establishing. But this universe isn't Fantastic Four. If people understand what I'm saying, if you can get what I'm saying regarding this, this isn't Doctor Doom at all. This is the least Doctor Doom you could get. What? I mean, his code name is Doom. And Matt joked around and said, "Oh, what's Latveria? I bet you that's the World of Warcraft server he's on." Probably. It probably is. And that sucks. You have essentially taken that whole entire rich history of this character, threw it out the window, and are making your own thing. Here, let me reimagine it this way for you. And I'm going to make it super simple. Imagine if Batman, okay, was never in Gotham. He's not Batman, he's just called Bat. And he's called that because he's a cop who has a little bat badge right above his cop badge. And he likes to wear a mask sometime over his face so the criminals can't see who's busting him. That's it. Everybody would be pissed. And that's how I feel. I feel like they are not treating anything in this movie with respect to what came before. Now, what gets me even worried even more is, as bad as those last two movies were, Fantastic Four and Rise of the Silver Surfer, I still enjoy those movies a whole lot. I know they're terrible movies. I know they're on par with X-Men Origins to be the worst comic book movie interpretations, but I still love them. I get enjoyment out of those movies. I don't think they were meant to be this high and mighty and great, thing. I think they knew that what they were making wasn't that great, but they were making it because they were following the Spider-Man formula. Now, when you look at this doesn't sound like Fantastic Four. It doesn't resemble it. And let's talk about a sequel. Let's say this does make some money and they push a sequel through just to hold on to the rights. And what if there's Galactus? I can already see how Galactus is going to be. He's going to be some virus written by frickin' Dr.Doom, and it's going to be like computers that go sentient and put each other together. That just sounds awful. I mean, if we thought the characters were butchered in the last two movies, I don't think we're even prepared to what's going to happen in this one. And that's just some of my thoughts. I mean, there's a whole lot more I could talk about this, because to me personally, Doctor Doom has been one of the first comic book characters I've ever seen in my life. Like, that's how much of a connection I have to that character. I absolutely love him. I think everything he stands for is great, and I just hate what they're doing to him. It sounds awful. I don't like it. And I know, why don't we just wait to see the movie? Yabba dabba doo. I don't know if yabba dabba, whatever the fuck. Listen, it's 3 a.m. Unity and Rogue is just about to unlock. I gotta go play this shit, okay? But that's what I'm trying to tell you. It just doesn't feel like Doctor Doom anymore. And if you've taken the core essence of the character and who he is and completely rewrote it to the point where if he was in just another movie, you wouldn't recognize that it's Doctor Doom, then it's not Doctor Doom. Now, I know people are going to bring up, but they did it with Whiplash in this movie. Yeah, but Whiplash was never a great character to start with. They had to, mix Blacklash and a few other in Crimson Dynamo to get one decent character who still sucked in Iron Man 2. And, other properties have made that consensus too. I mean, let's take another great example from Fox, is Deadpool. Look at what happened. And look at how much damage that did to Deadpool. There's no reason this needs to be happening. There's no reason this should be Doctor Doom. I don't need to see the movie to know that the character has already been butchered. And seeing the movie is just going to further emphasize what I'm saying and what I know already. This movie's made for every wrong reason. It is made to hold money. It is made to hold on to the rights. And it is made so Fox can spite Marvel. It is literally three of the worst reasons you could have to producing a movie. They're not producing it out of love. They're not producing it out of a care for the characters. They're producing it for the simple reason that they just want to hold on to the rights and be assholes. And at the end of the day, that sucks.